Welcome once again to Ray's Arithmetic. We're going to do lesson number 34 today in subtraction, and that's what this Roman numeral tells us is it's 34 that we're going to do. So let's get right to it. And the lesson today is going to be on the number 10. You're going to see the number 10 in every single problem that we're going to do. So you ready to get started? Okay, let's do that. So the first one is going to be this group of subtraction problems with the number 10 in them. So let's look for that. First one says 10 from 10 leaves 0. Now let's put that up on our board here. So we've got 10 to start with, and we take away 10. So 10 less 10 would be how many do you think? By now you know that when you take a number and subtract it from itself, the result is 0. So that's what we've got here. Let's try the next one. That is 11 less 1 leaves 10. So we start with 11. Kind of crowded. 11, and we take away 1. That leaves us with 10. All right, how about if we take 10 from 11, that leaves 1. So if we have 11 to start with, alrighty, 11, and we take away 10, how many does that leave us? 11, and we take away 10, that leaves us with 1, exactly. I'm having trouble with my 1s today for some reason. Well, let's try some 2s, maybe that'll help. 2 from 12 leaves 10. So we have 12, and we take away 2, that leaves 10. Now, how about 3 from 13, how many does that leave? I told you I'm having trouble with my 1s. We got 13, and we take away 3. How many does that leave? That leaves 10. How about 4 from 14? You want to take a guess as to how many that leaves? It'll be a pretty educated guess. 14 minus 4 is what? That's also 10. How about 10 from 14? 10 from 14 leaves 4, so let's put that up here on the top. If we have 14 and we take away 10, that leaves us with how many? That leaves 4. All right, how about 5 from 15? 5 from 15 leaves 10. So we start with 15, we take away 5. So 15 less 5, that is also 10. Just like a lot of these. How about 6 from 16? 6 from 16 leaves 10. So 16, we take away 6, that leaves 10. How about 7 from 17? 7 from 17 leaves 10. When you start with 17, you take away 7, that leaves you with 10. How about 8 from 18? Yeah, you probably know what that's going to be. 8 from 18 leaves 10. How about 10 from 18? Let's switch that around. So we got 18. We take away 10. That leaves us with how many? That leaves us with 8. How about squeezing one more on here? 9 from 19 leaves 10. So we have 19. Let's get that right there. 19, and we take away 9, leaves 10. All right, that's enough warming up with subtraction problems with 10. How about we move on to some story problems? What do you think? All right, first one we have is one with Lucy. Lucy, she has 11 cents, and she goes to the bookstore because she pays 10 cents for a book. How many cents does she have left? Well, let's put it up here on the board. Lucy's got, me and my 1s, 11 cents, and she pays 10 cents for a book, so that's pretty straightforward and easy. She pays 10 cents for a book. How much does she have left? Well, 11 less 10 is how many? These are with 1 cent. Not nearly enough for another book, but at least she goes home with some change. Well, now I'm in the next one here. So I have $12 and I spend part of that $12, after which I have $10 left. The question is, how much did I spend? So if I have $12 and I go out and I spend some part of that and I end up with $10 left, so let's see. Yeah, I think I better just put that here. 12, when we take away 10, leaves us with what? That's $2. So I spent $2. That's how I ended up with 10. Do you see that? That's right. 2 is the difference between 10 and 12. All right, let's do another one. Let's go to school. A school with pupils. You know, pupils are the same as students. Well, this school has 13 pupils, and if 3 of them leave, I guess they thought the bell rang, so they got up and left. How many will remain? There are 13 pupils in the school, so let's put that here. And then 3 of them say, oh, it's time to go, so they get up and leave. How many are left? Well, 13, just a moment. 13 less 3 would be how many? That would be 10. 10 pupils in the school. They're waiting for when the bell really sounds off. How about let's go to a field where we got some trees. We've got 14 trees, and some lumberjacks show up, and they go and they cut down a bunch of the trees. In fact, they cut down 10 of the trees. So that leaves how many? How many trees remain is the question. Well, there are 14 trees in this field, and the lumberjacks come and cut down 10 of them. And they figure, oh, their job is done, they leave. How many trees are left standing? How many trees remain? Well, 14 take away 10 will tell us that. How many is that? 14 take away 10. 4 trees standing. Now we go to Charles in the next one. Charles has 15 marbles. And like everybody else that seems to get marbles, that he loses 5 of them. How many did he? No, he lost all but 5. How many marbles did he lose? Okay, so let me read through that again. Charles starts with 15 marbles. He loses all but 5. How many did he lose? Well, let's put that here. 15 marbles. He loses all but 5, so if we subtract the difference between 15 and 5, that'll tell us how many he lost. So 15, and we take away 5, that means, what's the answer to that? Is that 10? Okay, so that means that Charles lost 10 marbles. All right. Let's see, on the next one, I'm in this one here, and I owe somebody $17. If I pay all but 7, how many do I pay? So that's kind of like the problem we just did. It's kind of like a riddle that we're going to solve. We got $17, that's what I start with, and then I pay all but 7. How many will I pay? So we just subtract the difference between 17 and 7, and that'll tell us how many dollars. So 17 less 7 leaves how many? Of course, this whole lesson is about what? 10. So that means I paid $10. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'm in this one too. I bought 3 oranges for 10 cents, and I sell those oranges for 18 cents. How much did I gain? How much was my profit? So I bought 3 oranges for 10 cents, and I sell them for 18 cents. I think I'm doing this a little bit backwards. Let's put the 18 first. So 18, and then I bought them for 10. So we're going to take the difference between those two, and that'll tell us how much my gain was, how much my profit was. So 10 from 18 leaves how many? That leaves 8 cents. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, this last one has 2 parts to it, and it's just working with the numbers. And the first part says 10 from 19 leaves how many? 10 from 19 leaves how many? Well, that really is kind of like these other problems. We've got 19, and we take away 10. That leaves how many? You tell me. Yep, you're right, it leaves 9. And then the next one is 9 from 19, so we just kind of take that problem and flip it around a little bit. 9 from 19 leaves how many? So we start with our 19, and we take away 9. No fair peeking at the previous problem. That leaves 10. That was kind of easy, huh? Alright, well that's it for lesson 34. Now the next 3 lessons we're going to do are going to review subtraction and addition, because we're kind of wrapping up those 2 sections. So lessons 35, 36, and 37 are going to be all about reviews. So we'll get really good at subtraction and addition. Okay, before we move on. So you keep on doing your subtraction problems and addition, and we'll see you for lesson 35 next time we get together. Bye-bye.